Hi, I'm Jennifer with Community Nights, and we are here to serve the community. Today I have Mrs. Claus from Elf Patrol, and we are going to talk about what they do and how the COVID-19 crisis has impacted their organization. Hey, Mrs. Claus.
Hi. How is everyone?
We are
Staying
hanging
safe, I
in
hope.
over here. So first, I want you to tell me a little bit about Elf Patrol, what you guys do, who you serve in the community.
Okay, well, Elf Patrol is a small nonprofit here in the Hampton Roads area. Our mission is to provide Christmas for children dealing with hospice care, living in shelters, or the homeless. We also work year-round with different organizations like Special Olympics, special needs adults on autism classes, things like that. Our motto happens to be sharing hope one smile at a time, because we believe every child, young and old, deserves to have the hope in their life that somewhere in the world someone cares, and that's where Elf Patrol begins.
Oh my goodness, and you couldn't be speaking more truth. You guys also are just avid volunteers. I know we're very lucky to have Mr. and Mrs. Claus volunteer with us all the time, and we are so grateful for your service. But now that we're dealing with COVID-19, I know that this crisis has dramatically impacted the way that you guys provide service. So can you talk a little bit about that and how this has impacted the people that you serve as well?
Well, as far as hospice families, they are on total lockdown. So normally we would be providing life necessities along with birthday presents and things like that. We were supposed to do an Easter event. All of that's been canceled because obviously, even a common cold can devastate them. The homeless, we are still working with them. We're more doing a drop off with different organizations that can be out there because we happen to be high risk. But we are still collecting, making masks for them, collecting food and hygiene items, stuff like that. They unfortunately are left out in the cold. They have no resources or places to go. Some have been able to get into shelters, but the majority are still on the streets. Even though organizations are giving out food, it's a matter of can you get to it? Most of them can't, and they are afraid to leave the neighborhoods that they're in because they know who's around them and who they can trust. As far as the others, we are doing drop-off meals for some of the seniors in the area that can't get out. Just whatever little bit we can do, we're out there doing it. We are trying to stay focused on Christmas, but that's kind of off a ways, so can't really do much about that for right now. That's kind of at a standstill. We put it on the back burner, but we are going to make it happen. No matter what happens.
You guys always do, but this is something I really do want to point out. One of the things we did after our spring gift grant award was once we realized how deeply entrenched the COVID crisis was going to be, we sent out an email to all of our grant recipients and told them that they could put in a change of use for their grant to address the crisis that was happening before them, or they had an option that they could, donate their reward to our COVID relief fund. And we were really not expecting a lot of groups to take advantage of that opportunity, and we were absolutely blown away that at this point we've had 8 or 9 organizations donate their grant because they felt like what they were originally asking for, which was before anybody was really aware of what was happening in that grant process for when you have to turn in those applications. You guys were, looking for funding to prepare for Christmas. And, so you turned those funds in realizing how scarce funds might be to raise, but recognizing what the needs were and how critical they were. And, that just absolutely blew us away. So first of all, we want to say thank you. And also just showing how amazingly collaborative our nonprofit community is in supporting each other to make sure that the people we collectively serve are taken care of. So we've been actually able to award grants that are providing shelter for individuals who are homeless, providing food for individuals and really those immediate crisis needs. So I wanted to say thank you for that. And I wanted to ask, how did you guys come to the decision to donate that grant back?
Well, that's an easy decision. That wasn't even a decision. That was a no-brainer because everything we do, even when we're collecting items year-round, the immediate need takes priority over everything else. So we have to make sure people are getting the medical items they need. They're getting the food. They have shelter. So, yeah, that's just our normal routine with everything. So, and we're happy to help. Got to do whatever we can to keep everybody safe and healthy right now. That's the immediate need.
You guys really do have the spirit of Christmas all year long. So right now, what are you guys doing as far as opportunities that people can have to volunteer from home? We've got so many people sheltering in place that are looking for those positive impact opportunities. I know you're doing a mask program.
Yes, I am making masks.
Yeah, so
Any kind anybody wants to make, we'll take them. Any size, because we have children out there in some of the lower income areas that we're working with that don't have, nobody in the family has anything. So anything, any masks we can get our hands on. We also have a community care project, which right now is turned into thank you notes. You know, anybody wants to make little thank you notes, and we'll be passing those out to police officers, firefighters, doctors and nurses, even the store clerks at the local grocery store, because anyone that's out there still doing their job, you are helping to keep us all strong. And we can arrange drop-offs, pickups, meet somewhere, mail them to me. Mrs. Claus likes surprise packages too. Whatever you need to do, whatever we need to do to get them, because there is, unfortunately, quite a lot of, like the masks, there are still a lot of people that could use them, and with no end in sight so far, I'm praying that soon, but we got to do what we can to help.
Yep, and even as the governor is working to open our economy up slowly and incrementally, I think people still need to make sure they realize that the virus has not gone away.
No,
but that we have to make sure we're keeping these protocols for safety together with continued use of our face masks and continued distancing. We're trying to figure out how we can have an economy running while we're distancing. Right. So these things are still desperately needed for our most vulnerable population. So how can somebody get a hold of you if they want to reach out and donate to the face mask program, or use you as a distribution point for your care project with messages of hope going out to our first responders and our frontline workers?
Okay, so it's www.elfpatrol.org. Send me an email at santa@elfpatrol.org, or you can catch us on Facebook under Elf Patrol Incorporated, and just send us a message. And somebody else wants to say hello.
Oh, wait a minute. Is Santa Claus there too?
Yes, he is.
Oh, hello, Santa. It's so
133 days until Christmas.
Yes, and I think everybody should also know too that Elf Patrol also needs donations to make Christmas happen for so many folks that would not have a Christmas otherwise. We're going to have Christmas in 2020, and they're always planning for that as well. So please reach out and give some love to Elf Patrol, and thanks for taking time out of your busy day for chatting with us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay.